Well, hi. Today is Tuesday, April 16th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Coming up on today's show is a food review. Bryce Taylor with GLI Insurance Group and I had opportunity to get together for lunch yesterday, and we went to Juanitos in Council Bluffs, and I had, I won't spoil it for you, but that is going to be coming up here in just a little bit. And as we say during our time there having lunch yesterday, if you know of a place that you would like to see us go and do a food review, then let us know. Just put it in the comments and we'll get it on the list. It seems that there is way more places with excellent food and a great atmosphere than we have time to get to. Just seems to, the list seems to be endless. So anyway, today's is at Juanitos in Council Bluffs, and that is coming up in just a bit. Also, I heard about the Lust Hills Prairie Seminar that is going to be coming up. I believe it is in May, and they have a website, lusthillsprairieseminar.com. It's a chance for you to get a deeper connection to the outdoors, and, many people feel isolated from the ecosystems around them. And at the Lust Hills Prairie Seminar, you'll have an opportunity to take part in some community events that focus on education and appreciation of nature, and it's free. So this is kind of cool. It's going to be up by Ottawa. So we hope to have more information about that coming up very, very soon. Also, if you know of somebody that is in need of home care, well, Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care at home in Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Red Oak, Clarinda, and surrounding communities. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. We've been telling you about it, and it's coming up very, very soon. Infotech 2025 is May 5th. It's going to be at the Luminarium in Omaha, and it is hosted by the AIM Institute. All of the speakers have been announced. The keynote speaker is Sam Sapp, the founder and CEO of Lockbot in Kansas City, talking about AI and the human imagination entering a new era of limitless potential. I am really looking forward to this talk because there's so much that I don't know that I wish I did, and I have a feeling I'm going to learn an awful lot. Also speaking will be Mike Douglas, Senior Vice President of Digital Transformation at Lunavi, Kira Ufani, the Managing Attorney at Ufani Legal Group, Heidi Huff, Vice President of Valmont, Samar Alada, Vice President of Enterprise Strategy at Agility Insights AI, Chris Bodenheimer, she is the Associate Director with the Small Business Development Center in Minnesota, Mike Poole, Director of Cybersecurity at Werner, Luke Getting, Future of Work expert and global keynote speaker, and Mikkel Purnell, Vice President of Human Capital at the Omaha Public Power District. So link to those tickets is available here in the description to this show. And don't forget that Just Sue Creative can help build your business with website design, search engine optimization, content creation, marketing, and everything you need to take your company to the next level. Sue has a passion for small business, and a great starting point to learn more is by going to her website, justsuecreative.com, and schedule that free consultation. Click on the free consultation button, and you're on your way. Sue helped me with my own website, lusthillsmedia.com, and she can help yours too. Again, her website, justsuecreative.com. Back with another food review. I'm Todd. This is Bryce Taylor, GLI Insurance Group out of Crescent, Iowa. And today we have gone to Juanitos in Council Bluffs. They had a truck for a long time, or a trailer.
Food truck, what was it? 16th and Avenue G, I believe.
I think so, there's a convenience store over there in Council Bluffs.
Yep.
And they moved into this permanent location, which is just off Broadway, or technically Canesville. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, what's this called? Creek Top?
Is that what it is?
Creek Top Road,
Okay.
Yeah.
And since they opened the physical location, this is the first time I've been in here.
Yep. Yeah, I've been here a couple times and had great food and seen some a lot of talk about it on Council Bluffs Food Lovers, and we decided, hey, let's give this place a try for lunch today. So we had to talk ourselves out of margaritas a little early in the day for that.
Yeah, well, it is. And as we are recording this, it's 3 minutes before 12. We all have a hard time that we can do that. But I still have a lot of work to do today.
Yep.
What did you go with, Bryce? What did you have?
I went with the burrito. I believe it was the Rancheros burrito, steak burrito.
Okay.
Looks like it's got a little pico de gallo in there, rice and beans and steak.
Yeah, I have the street taco special, and let me check it. There's 5 of these in here. You said you can choose between 2 different meats, so we went with pork and beef, or pork and steak, and it looks phenomenal. I mean, just a traditional way that it's just the meat.
Street tacos, they call
onions
that.
and cilantro, and that's it.
Yeah.
With a little bit of lime, so squeeze a little bit of that on there, and we're going to find out.
Looks like we got a little hot sauce here. Give that a little try.
Well, we're going to need to get a couple more napkins over here yet, too, but this is
spicy. Hot.
Has it got a kick to it?
Yep.
All right, well, let's find out how the food is here at Juanitos in Council Bluffs. Again, I've got the street tacos. That's the ranchero burrito you've got over there. It's very full. All right, are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. This is good.
What'd you go with, steak? I got steak in mine.
That first bite was steak, yep. All right. Let's see if I can get one of those pork up here pretty quick and see what we can do with this one.
It looks those tacos look amazing.
No, they're very good. I may like that one even better.
Yeah, the marinated pork.
No, man, that is really good.
I don't know what they got for a sauce in here, but it is delicious. I believe the owner's name is Juan, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know if that's who's helping us today. Maybe we can have a word with him if he's available. But yeah, this is great flavor. Great flavor.
Yeah. And it's open for lunch every day, it looks like.
Yeah.
And looked like the hours were 11 to 8 or 11 to 9.
Yeah, they close early during the week. Yeah. Open later on the weekends.
No, it's a great setting. It's I'm very comfortable in here.
Yeah.
Like this in here quite a bit. So
Great atmosphere. Great atmosphere for a
it's
restaurant.
it's one of those places that you can drive right past in Council Bluffs without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Unless,
Well, I don't know, because have you seen the front? We'll have to get a picture of the front.
Yeah, it's
them.
like
It's bright. It's bright.
Bright green. Yeah, the colors, but it's almost like it's part of the
tucked
scenery.
away. Yeah.
But like to me, I haven't really been in here.
Well, there's been a few restaurants in this location. Boxer Barbecue was here.
Boxer, did they ever set up and actually have indoor seating, or was it just catering they were doing out of here?
That's a good question. I don't remember. I think they had some seating in here at one point in time. But
there was an Italian place here for a while.
Italian place right after that. I don't know what was here before Boxer Barbecue. Maybe somebody can chime in and let us know what we're missing.
Love to be able to know that.
Yep.
But, I'm just so far with what I've got here, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'd really like to pig out. So,
yeah, I'll tell you what, we're going to eat, and then afterwards we're going to talk a little bit more. So through the magic of editing, we'll just jump right into that conversation. We're done.
There's nothing left here.
Nope, I'm pretty much finished up here as well, and this was really quite good. I would order this again.
It was. What'd you think of this red sauce?
All right. Out of these two, the green one, I don't think it was close. I really like this a lot more. And it wasn't just the spice part of it. It's just the flavor of a green sauce. I like it for my own personal taste.
I don't know. We could get into really deep on this conversation. I tend to just gravitate towards green.
Yeah.
Green on the hot sauce. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'll go with the green hot sauce typically.
And there's a ton of great Mexican places in town, and it seems to be fairly consistent. That the green sauce, I've always just liked that better.
Yeah.
But
no, the red had a kick. We both went to water directly after trying it.
It definitely had some heat. Say, Bryce, while I've got you here, I know that there's been a lot of questions about, on the insurance side of things, and especially because of the area that we live in. If we make it through a season without hail, it's like hitting the lottery.
Well, we've already seen it, right? I mean, we've seen tornado warnings in March already. So, yeah, now's a good time to go ahead and, look over your policies right now and see what's changed on them. A lot of companies have changed actual cash value versus replacement cost. Now deductibles are getting raised. So it's always better to review it prior to something happening, so you're not sticker shocked, so to say, when a claim does arise.
And I know you wouldn't be like this, but a lot of folks are like me. We get those notifications in the mail with the changes,
just right in the recycle bin.
That's what this is. Okay, yeah, and I'm sure it's fine.
Yep.
And we don't really look it over to figure it out, and that's why having somebody in your corner that can just take a look,
especially an independent agent, which I am. Independent agents represent multiple companies, so. If you're frustrated with one company, there's other options for you. Where some companies, captive agencies, they just represent State Farm or they just represent Geico. So we represent a GLI. We have about 15 different companies that we represent, and if we're not happy with one, we can take a look at other. But when it comes to coverages, all companies are kind of starting to take a look at roofs, take a look at the hail claims, and adjust accordingly. So it's definitely good to review with your agent every year.
Well, and also it's good to take a look at what your claim might be, and is it actually worth making this claim?
Yep.
Because a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, that we almost look at our insurance as a free paycheck if something happens.
Yep.
That's not what it's designed to do, or that's not what it's there for. It's more of it's your safety net.
Correct. And anymore, I'm telling customers it's almost got to be catastrophe based. It's got to be a tree coming through your roof or a hailstorm completely damaging your whole roof to file a claim, not a rock went through a window or a little tiny water damage in the basement. We got to start having some tough conversations on when and if we should file claims.
Well, and that's again why you need an insurance agent that you can get a hold of and find out specifically, does this make sense for me?
Yep.
Because and I know I've known you for a while. You shoot people straight.
Yep.
You're honest with them, and you say, "Yeah, okay, this makes sense. Yep, we should go ahead and go through this."
Yeah, when it comes to those situations, obviously I give the information that I have, and then the decision's ultimately yours. Let's lay it out. Let's break it down. If we go this route, higher deductible or a lower deductible price, or this coverage, what would we need this coverage for? Why wouldn't we? And then it's your decision if we go with that. And there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to what you guys want and what makes you comfortable as a customer.
And being there right in Crescent, your office is very easy to find.
Yeah,
I kind of just naturally glance over every time I'm going through Crescent. I was just up there this weekend.
Yeah, you're talking about that.
Yeah. And I talked about it on the show. They got some camping done in Hitchcock, and we had dinner at Henry's Diner. Found out that you and I were there not at the same time, but on the same day.
We both ate some prime rib that night.
Prime rib that night, and just another example of some of the great restaurants, just like Juanitos here in Council Bluffs, where we just had lunch. I'm coming back.
I would say anything steak, but you said the pork. You like the pork better than the steak.
I think the pork was the flavor had a little more pop to it. For me, just for my personal taste, just like with this sauce. The green is my go-to with that.
Yeah, and they even said, what is it? The birria tacos are kind of what they're known for, but none of us gave those a try this trip.
Well, there's too many things here. By the way, I took a picture, so we'll put that up on the screen right now to show you. They've got a counter that has everything on it for what kind of burritos or tacos that you can get. It's kind of cool. I love the atmosphere in here. I love.
Well, they got some stuff set up over here that they can't see, but it looks like they might do some live music too from time to time back there.
Oh yeah, there's speakers back there too. It's just another example of the great restaurant scene that we have here in Council Bluffs and in the surrounding areas. There's so many great places to eat. What I really love too is how many more independent places we're seeing that are not part of a chain. Chains have their place. I'm not trying to say don't ever go there. But when you're in a place like this, depending on how the chef might be feeling that day, you might be feeling a little more creative about something and get something a little bit different. And I enjoy that. I enjoy trying something new.
And I look at it as a story of this restaurant in particular started out on a corner, 16th and G.
Oh yeah.
On a food truck, and then to have their own brick and mortar now. Just how exciting that must be for them to watch their business grow, and it's be well supported.
Other places in town, we've seen that same thing. Brothers Barbecue. They're in the old Doozy's building now over by the lake, and their food is people rave about Brothers Barbecue, which I think I'm one of them. I think it's
several areas where they started out with one restaurant and they've expanded with different menus. Several different entrepreneurs that are just really bringing a great vibe to the food scene in Council Bluffs.
So with your Food Lovers page, how often do you see something there and you say, oh, I didn't know that was there?
I
probably not a lot anymore because you've been at this for a while.
But I can kind of call a couple specifics. Kickers is one, a place in Council Bluffs that when it first came on the scene and people started talking about it, was one that you're like, okay, that's new. I haven't heard of that,
And they've got an all-you-can-eat breakfast in there every morning, and that rotates on which one it is.
Yeah, so no, it happens. Not as much anymore, but it does happen, definitely. And then we'll go give it a try.
Oh, definitely. Actually, somebody had mentioned to me just recently that what we should do is a ranch dressing contest. Who has the best ranch dressing in Council Bluffs?
I've thought about that a lot. Dave Portnoy, I don't know if you know.
Dave
Portnoy with his
pizza.
one bite. What could we do for
one
for
bite,
Council
everybody knows
Bluffs?
the rules as he takes 5 or 6 bites.
Yeah. What's something? Tacos would be a good
Wings
one.
would be good.
Wings would be good, yeah. Ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing. There's a lot of different things that we could do there. Oh, and I also noticed here, neither one of us got it, but they have a Council Bluffs burrito.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So they have
it had all the meats in it, looked like.
Had a burrito specifically for Council Bluffs, which I think is kind of cool, and that's just honoring where you're at and where you're doing business. And, so anyway, lunch was great.
It was good. I'm glad we only do this once a month because I don't know if I could take it. Doing it more than once,
Well, speaking of Portnoy, I can't figure out how he hasn't put on 100 pounds with the amount of pizza that he eats. But
who do we think has the best pizza in Council Bluffs? We'll leave that for food lovers to decide maybe. But I got my
old school, probably.
There's only one place in Council Bluffs where you can really.
There used to be a place, there was a little pizza place over on 23rd Avenue that was, it's not there now.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I thought it was a New York style pizza, and I thought
it was a little building, standalone building on the corner there.
So good.
I asked about it on Food Lovers one time. I'd have to see if I could revive that. We did get it. We'll have to go see if we can do a search on that and see if we can find it. But yeah, I'm with you. By the slice, right? Didn't they do it by the slice?
I used to get whole pizzas. And then there was also another place that was over by the Manawa Walmart and that strip mall that's over there. They sat right on the corner. And again, I don't remember the name of that one either. That was the first time I'd ever had green olives on a pizza. And I thought, that actually added a lot to it. So
to me, you can't go wrong with a double crust pizza from Pizza King.
Yeah.
That's pretty tasty.
My go-to at Pizza King is I think it's a Greek pizza. It's got gyro and feta cheese and tomatoes and Kalamata olives and.
But then we were just talking. We both like the cauliflower crust pizza, Barley's, and Pizza Counters. Another great place that people are going to stick a flag in as one of the best places in Council Bluffs. So it's a debate that will probably go on till the end of time.
But I'm not a Casey's guy.
No.
If you're hungry and you want to not be hungry anymore, and there's nothing wrong with it.
You and Portnoy didn't like the breakfast pizza either.
No, Portnoy gave it like a 4 or 5 or something like that. Because everybody, you got to go try Casey's Pizza, and it's not. Casey's Pizza is unique.
It is.
It's its own thing. And so if you're comparing it to a traditional New York style pizza, it's going to fall short.
And I think that's what Dave was trying to prove. You know, this is gas station pizza.
Yeah.
It's an its own. It is.
It is. But still, it's okay. And if you got a lot of people to feed, and it won't, it's not going to break the bank, and it's also it's solid.
It is. Yeah.
I usually would lean towards their taco pizza personally. I really like that. So as we're sitting here digesting Mexican, talking about pizza in Council Bluffs.
Come back next month and see where where our conversation goes.
Bryce Taylor, GLI Insurance Group in Crescent. Thank you so much,
all right,
sir.
Thanks, yeah.
And I'm looking forward. We talked about getting out for breakfast. We didn't make it happen this month, but we got to do that very soon because there's so many great choices for that.
There's a lot. So that's the problem. We can't ever agree on a place. We all got our own agendas with the best breakfast place.
That's true. All right.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
We'll do it again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Let us know if you have a place that you would like Bryce and I to go and to do a review. We'd love to do it. Why? Because we both love to eat. I would like to tell you again about a new podcast that is out. A new episode came out yesterday of Grief, Loss, and Life. This is a podcast that is put on by Chris and Candy. They are a couple of moms who have each lost a child. And they have a very, very real podcast where they talk honestly and openly about what life has been like for them, about everything that happened, and about getting through and continuing to experience grief. And I think that this podcast is something special. I really believe that. And the fact that neither of them had ever done anything like this before, and they're coming out of the gate so strong and sound so good. And it is a video podcast. The first few episodes are just audio, but now their latest episode is video. So I'm going to include that link for you to be able to catch it there on YouTube. So again, Grief, Loss, and Life, that is the name of the podcast. Technology, should be working for you, not against you. And that's why ThinkSpace IT in Walnut, Iowa is an expert IT solution to keep your business running smoothly and securely. From cybersecurity and cloud services to network management and tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. Stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. ThinkSpace IT, technology simplified. Don't forget, if you have a wrestler in your house or home, or it could be a grandchild, that the best wrestler in Council Bluffs has camps that for every level, down from a day camp, which is perfect for beginners looking to refine their skills. They have weekend camps, so take a little bit of a deeper dive into it. It's designed for wrestlers who need more intensive training and personalized coaching. And then the best 20-day camp, which features 50 practices, drawing young athletes from all across the country. Go to thebestwrestler.com to learn more. I was just thinking that we need to get Carol Horner back on the show. It is so much fun anytime that I have a chance to talk with her. She's the author of the book Spiral of Accountability. I had a chance to go see her speak at a young professionals group over in Omaha, and she did such a phenomenal job. I stuck around afterwards and heard some of the comments that she was getting, and it was tremendous. And you can have Carol come in and speak to your company as well. All of that information is on spiralofaccountability.com. While you're there, pick up a copy of her book. It's also available on Amazon, and it can help you recognize negative cycles, shift your mindset, and build a culture of clarity and collaboration. Could be at work, at home, and in life. Again, her website, spiralofaccountability.com. Well, we have reached the end of another episode here on Morning Coffee. I'm going to make an announcement that I had a meeting yesterday with Jitsi Loader. She is the executive director of the Mills County Chamber of Commerce in Glenwood. And you're aware that I used to, I had a show, I still have a show, it's just been on pause, called Local Roots, which is designed for the more rural communities. Morning Coffee is pretty well centered around Council Bluffs, but Local Roots, the purpose of that is to showcase a small town life. which we have a lot of in Pottawatomie County and in Mills County. And I think that by bringing Mills County on board with this, it's really going to open things up and let us tell a lot more stories about what is going on in our area, and a chance to learn a little bit more. There's a lot of people that are moving to small towns and getting away from the more metropolitan areas. And there's a reason for that. These small communities are growing, and we're seeing new businesses pop up, and we're seeing more nonprofits that are getting started as well. And we're going to tell those stories. Local Roots is coming back on Monday with a relaunch as we bring Mills County in under the fold. And we will add that to everything that's going wrong with the smaller communities around Pottawatomie County. I'm really excited for this, and I'm looking forward to that show coming back. All right, wrapping up now on a morning coffee for this Wednesday. Thank you so much for being a part of things, and I'm looking forward to a very exciting day. I hope you are too. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.